everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Tasha. You can follow me on Instagram at Hey Tasha. This is a really odd intro, but it's okay. So my name is Tasha. I'm from Piscataway, New Jersey. I am a music producer and songwriter / music teacher. You know, anything in music, I just do it. But anyways, I'm here to talk about Tampa Beat Weekend. I competed in a beat battle and it was fun and I ended up winning. There was 2 girls, me and Trilla Rose. We were the finalists, and then I ended up taking home the crown back to Jersey and also being the first girl to win. It was awesome, and I'm just here to talk about some of the things that went down the entire weekend. Now let's start the whole leading up to this weekend. Leading up to the event, I wasn't sure which beats I was going to use. So the day that I had to fly into Tampa, I missed my first flight because it was at 6 a.m. and I didn't wake up until 5:45 and I had to drive to Philly, which was an hour-and-a-half drive, and it was just terrible. So I had to get on I think it was the 9 a.m. flight. I landed at 11. Had to wait for my friend to come pick me up to take me to my Airbnb. And yeah, I didn't realize how far my Airbnb was from everything else until I had to pay for those Lyfts and those Ubers and all of that. So it was terrible. So one recommendation: pay attention to the location of the events and make sure you plan accordingly, because I definitely didn't do that. So the first day I got there, I went to the studio. I went to Suite 16. That's run by, I don't remember, but the engineer was mixed by Vic. He mixed this one reference for me and it ended up being really dope. So I had a really good time. They had really good rates. And for it to be such a last minute thing, it was awesome. Then the second day was the party. And, you know, me being me, I pull up in this, you know, slim fitted dress and these heels, and I'm overdressed. I was just like, okay, clearly I didn't get the message that we were supposed to wear, I don't even know how to just, bralettes and leggings as outfits. I was just like, okay, this is what Tampa does. All right, that's fine. The performers were really good, like Kano. I was able to work with him a little bit after at the studio, so that was kind of fun. The performers were lit overall, and I didn't eat the food, so I couldn't even tell you if the HennyWings were good or not, but they had a really good turnout. It was a lot of people. Anyways, on to the next thing. So the next day was the battle. And you know, they said producers check in at between 7 and 7:30. So I get there at like 7:15. I get there, I pull up, I walk in, and the guy at the door, who I'm actually cool with now, he was like, "Oh, are you here to watch?" I'm like, isn't this the time that the producers are supposed to be checking in? He's like, "Yeah, but are you here to watch?" I'm like, no. He said, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Well, Tasha." Not well Tasha, but Tasha. And he's like, oh, hey Tasha. I said, "Yeah, hey Tasha, that's me." He's like, "Oh, okay, my bad. I was like, "Yeah, okay." So I go sit down and I see some of the judges walk in. They had changed the judge from ChaseTheMoney to I See What. I saw some of them, no one spoke. They were just staring at me like, I'm just trying to win. I was like, all right, cool. I'm not gonna try to be nobody's friend. I'm sure people will eventually come and talk to me, but whatever. So the battle starts. And no, the battle started an hour late. It was supposed to start at 8. People weren't really there, so they pushed it to 9. So I left to go for a walk and talk to my best friend on the phone, because she goes to University of Tampa, but she wasn't in town. So I was just on the phone with her. Anyways, so we were just on the phone. I was just telling her about how trash Tampa was. I'm sorry, but that is just a bunch of retired people, and there's just like nothing youthful going on. So I was really confused. But yeah, then I finally walked back to the battle, walked back in, and they finally started. I was like last or second to last, third to last, one of those rounds. And yeah, it was just, it was interesting. When people first started playing the beats, I'm like, yo, this is really gonna be like some competition. I remember when I first heard Trilla Rose's beat, I was like, yo, I heard that on her Instagram, she's hard. But I was excited, you know, it was a fun experience. But when when they told me to bring my flash drive to the DJ, oh my gosh, all these people kept cutting me in line. And at one point, I just couldn't take it anymore. I'm like, yo, you're gonna have to wait, because I've been standing here for a minute and I need to give my shit to the DJ. And it ended up being the guy that I went against first. So that was really funny, because he's just like, yo, you trashed me in that first round. I said, yeah, but you tried to cut me. So I'm sorry if I snapped a little bit, but two people had walked in front of me when I was waiting to give my flash drive to the DJ. And then after, everybody wanted to dap me up. You tried to cut me. No, not tried. You cut me in line. I just don't get it. So I was real sick about that part. Then the battle goes on, and after I played my first beat, that's when people started talking to me. The first person to speak to me was Ace, or Ace Sinclair. And he was just like, oh, your beats are dope. I'm like, you know, you're the first person to talk to me. And I was just so happy someone was speaking to me that I just talked his head off. And then they kept hyping. I was like, oh yeah, you're the dude that everybody's just like going crazy about. Because as soon as I walked in, I don't know if it was Hometown or, damn, I can't remember the other guy's name. But they were like, oh, I got my money on Ace. And I'm like, who's Ace? And then once I met him, I'm like, oh, so you're the problem around here. You're the one that wins everything. So he's like, nah, I think you might got me today. I was like, okay, whatever. So then Ace and this guy that won 2 years in a row, they had to knock each other out, but we were all on the same side of the bracket. So whoever won out of those two had to go against me in the semifinals. So Ace ended up beating the guy that won 2 years in a row. And then I ended up beating Ace, but I told him, don't go easy on me just because you think I'm cute. And he's like, oh, trust me, I'm not gonna go easy on you. And I'm like, don't do that, like, bring it. Bring it! I wasn't trying to get no handouts. Like, if you're gonna kick my ass, just kick my ass. I would've been happy about it. But, you know, I ended up kicking his ass, so I was shocked, honestly, because he had that fire. I was like, yo, I don't know. But then I thought about it. My mixes are really clean, and I don't know. I just had to have a lot more confidence going. This isn't making any sense. My mixes are really clean, and I just knew that, you know, I knew my shit was good. So I'm like, even if I don't win, you know, I made it this far. But then once I made it to the finals, I was just like, okay, I gotta win this shit because I came all the way from Jersey, paid all this money to be here. I need to be reimbursed some way, somehow, and the only way to be reimbursed is by winning. So what did I do? No, I didn't really come out swinging. I did come out swinging, but the final round, I was not holding back. Not that I was holding back the entire other rounds, but I don't know. I was like, nah, I got this shit. I already got it. So Trilla Rose, they said she played the same beat twice, so then only one of her beats went up against two of mine. And I knew my last two were really strong. So, you know, I was just like, okay, I think I got this. And once they announced me as the winner, I was just like, wow. My first battle, and I won. And it was just so crazy. It still really hasn't hit me that I like won because, I don't know, I'm so used to getting like second and third. I mean, in track in like high school, we did really well, like, you know, state champion, you feel me? College, you know, broke a few school records. Pageants, I always got second or third or fourth or top 10. You know, never got the crown, but it's okay. Like, we're over that phase in life. But to win based off of someone's opinion is just, one, it's hard to deal with. I guess I don't know if that makes sense, but it does, yeah. So to win off of someone's opinion and all three people who are three completely different people all have that same opinion about you, that's just like, wow. Because like I said, from competing in pageants, they want you to be a certain way in a certain thing, and if you don't meet that standard, you won't win. So for me to be just right in producing the perfect songs, or almost perfect songs, to win a battle, that was just like huge for me, like confidence-wise, as far as the production, because it's not easy at all, especially being a girl. I know people say that all the time. They always ask me,
what is it like being a girl in the music industry? Oh my God, you probably deal with all these problems.
Yes, I deal with a lot of things, but the passion hasn't stopped. I don't know if I'm gonna compete again. I'm really not sure. I'm kind of trying to just judge and just enjoy the throne, you know? So yeah, that was the battle. Then the next day was the workshops. And Lamont Graves Publishing Workshop definitely helped me a lot. I learned so much, and that had to be the highlight of the whole weekend, because I've been trying to go to one of his workshops, but they're like $200 online, and I'm like, yo, how can I save money? So then when I saw that he was gonna be at the weekend and teaching a class, I'm like, oh yeah, this is perfect. So once I won, then I was able to message him on Instagram like, oh yeah, like I won, look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Spoke to him a little, well, I didn't get to speak to him at his event because I had to go get on a plane, but we ran into each other at the airport and I recognized him. I'm like, that's Lamont. So I got up and went to go say hi, and you know, we spoke a little bit. We know a lot of the same people. So it was just like a nice connection to make, and I really needed it. And the whole weekend was just productive for me, especially coming from out of town. I needed every experience that I got from it. It's definitely helped. Working on a lot of placements with different artists. I have a beat tape coming out. It's called Reloaded. I'll be updating my BeatStar because I know a lot of people have been asking me about leasing and exclusives. So that'll be, you know, just follow my Instagram at HeyTasha3 and you'll see all of that. So, you know, eventually I made it home and came home. Everyone was just like, oh my God, you won. I was like, yeah, I know, isn't that crazy? And I asked my mom to get me a crown because, like I said, I never won any of the pageants. I was always close, but never won. So I was like, hey, can you get me, you know, a crown? That'd be lit. But I'm really excited for next year. I really hope more girls enter the battle now. Me and Trilla definitely set the tone for next year, and I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to be a judge. Maybe the year after that I'll compete. I really am looking forward to it though. Overall, I'd give it 4 stars. The only reason I'm not giving it 5 is because I guess no one talked to me the first at the party, so that's the only reason why I give it a 4 stars. 4.5, because I could have initiated it, but you know, I didn't get that vibe. But I think that's all I have to say. Make sure you guys look out for my beat tape, Reloaded. It'll be available on all streaming services very, 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 very soon. Look out for recap videos from Tampa Beat Weekend and trailers for my YouTube channel, and also to ask me some questions. Give me some things to talk about because I have a lot to talk about, but I need to know what y'all want to hear. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share with your friends and family. And shout out to my new digital media team manager, Jayla. Follow her at Hey It's Me Jayla Marie. She will be taking care of all of my YouTube stuff. So yeah, you can contact her if you're trying to get me to talk about something. Let's put her to work.